My name is Danae Durham. I'm 23 years old. I'm a current graduate student at Governor State University. I am pursuing my master's degree in communication disorders as an aspiring speech-language pathologist. And I've also been involved with Camp IME and the Illinois Fire Safety Alliance for about 13 years. I can hear my heart pumping. Okay. I am here today because I was invited to share with you all how being a camper at Camp IME transformed my life as a child burn survivor and how it continues to have an impact on me today. So I was only a baby when my burn injury occurred, so I don't have any memories of that day. I know the story of my injury through my parents. They had told me that I touched a hot iron with my hands and my arm that was left unattended at my cousin's house. My parents were super worried and so scared for me because they could tell I was in pain and because I was so little. You know, sometimes I think about how that extremely stressful and scary situation for my parents and probably my 1-year-old self went through led me to find my second family at Camp IME. And I think it's so fascinating that the things you go through in life somehow lead you to be where you're supposed to be. So fast forward a few years to when I'm 8 years old. I'm in the 2nd or 3rd grade, and I'm a proud Girl Scout at the brownie level. My troop leader is a wonderful woman named Kim Payne. She's a volunteer for the Illinois Fire Safety Alliance in Camp IME. One day, Kim and my mom were just talking, and Kim was telling my mom how she's a volunteer for a camp for kids who are burn survivors. Then my mom told Kim, what a coincidence, my daughter was burned when she was a baby. And then Kim told my mom, well, you should send your daughter to camp. It's an amazing opportunity for children with similar experiences, and it would be life-changing. And then my mom said, no. It took 2 years for Kim to finally convince my mom to let me go to my very first sleepaway camp. So when I was 10, my whole family packed up in the car and drove me to camp for the very first time. I was so nervous, I had no idea what to expect. We pull in and we see everyone dancing, music playing, and a massive group of people waiting for you to walk up a hill. And as I'm walking up that hill, people who don't even know me besides Kim start coming up to me, hugging me, telling me how excited they are that I'm here. They can't wait to get to know me, and that they can already tell that they love me. And I remember thinking, as a shy-year-old kid, what did I sign up for? But that is just what camp is. It's a place that will embrace every child and volunteer with open and loving arms, no matter who you are and before they even know you. And I think that perfectly explains the magic of camp. That week went on to become the best week of my 10-year-old life, and now my overprotective mother will tell you that she didn't get any sleep those 7 days and texted Kim every night asking if I was okay. But I would tell you that those 7 days were the best days of my life. Okay, now let me explain why. So camp provides a place where it doesn't matter what you look like. It's a place where everyone is different. It has scars on the inside or out. And camp makes every child feel so beautiful and seen. By the middle of the week, the kids at camp know they don't have to hide who they are or what happened to them because they're in an environment where every kid is shown love for just being them. Now, I don't have any visible scars from my injury, but my friends at camp who do told me about the looks and stares they get when they are in public. That same first week, my cabin mate, who started attending camp when she was only 8 years old, told me when her family goes shopping, she dreads getting out of the car because she knows the hurtful looks she will receive when she walks inside. And after all these years, I still remember her telling me this. And I just think that's such a heavy feeling for a child to have to carry. But then she continued to say that this week at camp is the one place where she never has to feel like that. And it's the volunteers who made my friend, myself, and every child there feel so special and brought us into this family. Camp can also be a therapeutic part of a child's healing journey. by providing a safe place for children to open up about anything they want to share or even just to listen. We offer multiple activities that allow kids to express who they are and share their feelings. There's this one activity that's offered that kind of stuck with me. It has a guided journal to help kids navigate their feelings about their injury. It'll ask the child to draw, how do you feel about your injury and what do you think about it when you think how it happened? It's a really personal journal for them to complete. And when I participated in this activity while I was a camper, I remember thinking, I don't feel like I have a connection to my injury because I don't remember when it happened, what it felt like, and I couldn't see it on myself, and I expressed this to one of my counselors. And that counselor told me that this activity can help me learn what my friends, my parents, and what I went through, and how just listening to others express their story can help me become a supportive friend and learn to be there for the person who is telling you a part of themselves. Camp is a place where even as a child, you learn how to build each other up, always and no matter what. Okay, I'm gonna detour from my emotions now, because not only does camp help children emotionally by building their confidence and helping them grow and heal therapeutically, it's also just an amazing time. Camp has everything a child can dream of. It has swimming, horseback riding, zip lining, fire truck parade, a fun fair with treats including ice cream, snow cones, popcorn, and also at this fun fair, there's water guns and water balloons. And trust me, no one is safe when a camper has a water balloon in their hand. It's so much fun, and it's nonstop fun for 7 days. It's a child's paradise, and it's also my paradise. One of my favorite memories from camp is when I was in Unit 1, which is the young girls unit. So it's probably 11 at the time, and on the last night, we would have a pizza party, and we would try to stay up as late as we could by the campfire with s'mores and music, and then all of us just passing out by 12. It was so much fun. The volunteers will do everything in their power to make sure each and every child is having the time of their lives. I'll share with you all just a quick story of how special the volunteers are at Camp By Me. So when I first came to camp, my mom sent me with my hair braided in those teeny tiny cornrows, with the beads hanging down. But on the last day and that's the day of the big camp dance, the camp sends a team in to help the kids get ready. They'll straighten, curl, add glitter to your hair, pretty much whatever the kid wants. Well, my 10-year-old self saw all my friends' hair getting straightened. So obviously I wanted my hair to be straightened too. Well, remember, my hair was in cornrows, so it took a team of 3 volunteers working on my one head to unbraid all my hair, wash it, blow dry it, and then straighten it. I don't know if you remember, but I came to dinner that night with half my hair done and half not. This process was probably 3 hours, but my volunteers never gave up and helped me the whole time because they knew that meant a lot to me. Kim did text my mom to never send me in cornrows again. Yes, I did make it to the camp dance with my hair straightened, and yeah, it was completely frizzed by the end of the night. I'm extremely lucky to have grown up at camp, and I'm so grateful that I came to teach me as a child to never be ashamed of who I was, provide me with some of my closest friends, a second family that will always be there for me, and memories that I will cherish forever. Now, I am unfortunately no longer a child, and I had to learn the hard way this past year because I realized that kids get to go first at everything, including my favorite camp activity, which is archery. It was really hard for me to wait like an adult for my turn, but out of love for the kids, I did it. After my years as a camper ended, I am very fortunate that I'm still able to be a part of the camp community and spread the magic as a camp counselor. I love having the opportunity of helping the campers love camp just as much as I do. I have been a counselor for teenage girls for the last 2 years, and we have a blast. Last year, the girls called me their camp mom. Well, at first, I was taken aback that I was old enough to be called a mom. However, I realized that being called a mom meant I formed a bond with them and that they felt comfortable around me, and that was so special. Seeing the campers laugh, have fun, make friends, memories, or conquer their fears truly warms your heart as a counselor. Last year, I think we all talked about them. One of the campers climbed to the top of the rock climbing wall for the first time, and the excitement on their face was so cute, I may have cried. And now that I hear how I talk about how much I love the kids, maybe I am turning into a camp mom. As a counselor now, I feel like I have a greater feeling and obligation of wanting to introduce every child or adult who's a burn survivor to camp. I want them to experience everything camp has to offer and know there is a whole community waiting to give them hugs and love and to tell them they don't have to be alone during this journey. For example, I personally have been able to bring in 2 people from my family into camp. I have a little cousin that was burned when he was a child, and now he goes to camp every year. And the second person I brought to camp, well, remember my overprotective mom? She was burned in a car accident my family was in the year 2015. I have been asking her to come to camp for years to be a volunteer. She told me to make sure I included in my speech that she's not an HR person. But last year, she agreed to come to camp with me for the first time. It was the most amazing thing to witness my mom forming those special bonds with her campers and seeing her fall in love with camp. I think that's a picture of me and her. She'll be attending camp again this summer, and I think that's one of the coolest ways to share how camp just has that magic to make you fall in love with it right when you experience it. While I was working on this speech, I just kept starting over because I wanted to find the perfect words that explain the importance of camp, my camp family, and my camp experiences. I now realize that there are no words to truly capture how special this organization is. Camp has helped shape me into the woman I am today and provided me with the passion to conquer my fear of public speaking so I could try to give you all a glimpse of truly how special camp is to me. It can help change a young burn survivor's life just like how it changed mine. And I'm forever grateful for Ken Payne to convince my mom to send me to camp. I want to thank the Illinois Fire Safety Alliance for everything they do. I want to thank Kelly for inviting me today to come talk about my favorite thing. And I want to thank you all for listening to my camp journey. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.